Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I thought you might like to tag along. I'm going to paint some daisies on these cute little 4" by 4" canvases. They're from US Art Supply. Okay, let's have some fun. Okay, so I've got my colors out. Oh, here, before we do that, there's 2 holes I drilled in here. I'm gonna wire it like I did this cute cardinal. Isn't that fun? I have a wiring video. Oh, there's a couple of beads on there. I have a wiring video coming up soon that I'll hopefully remember to link in this video's description. I'll also link to where I did it with I think it was a gnome or a snowman ornament. I'm trying to get that bead to come down. I'll link those references, videos in this video's description. So I put out titanium white. I put out burnt umber right there. Burnt umber's up here. I put out Hooker's green. Hooker's green hue permanent in the basics. And then I mixed a little Hooker's green with the burnt umber and it cools it down. I think you can see that in the video. And if you want a little cooler, you could take a little of your black. I have Mars black. You could put a little black in there. You could put black on your palette if you wanted. Cad yellow medium hue are both of these. I'm going to mix some greens. And then I decided I don't use orange all the time. A lot of times I'll put out a quinacridone and mix it. So I thought I'd use cadmium orange hue. Okay. So I'm going to mix probably some muted. You could use Hooker's green. I kind of like, let's see, I'm not sure what I want to do here. Maybe I'll mix a little, just put a little of this color in there. Mix a couple of greens. I think I put my colors a little too close together there maybe. I think I'll be back in a minute and I'll just time lapse the mixing. Okay, one thing that I haven't been remembering to do, and sometimes I just don't remember to show it on the videos, is I really like to write the word love on my canvas, even if I'm just going to paint it black. Like this was for an upcoming live, I just painted this black. And I write the word love underneath, but I don't always show it on the video, and I think that's just a fun way to start. One of the things I'm thinking, this is a number 12 Royal and Langnickel flat brush. It's not a 1/2 inch. It's like 3/8 inch. The brushes will vary. Even the number 12, sometimes you look at them in the store, some of them will be a little thicker, a little wider. They vary. And I think the other thing I'm gonna do is maybe kind of hint it, kind of decide like I want darks right here. I love this up and down sweeping motion, but you can see it's quite thin. So should I get it closer? It's gonna need a couple of coats probably, but that's okay. Or you could leave it thin if you like the canvas showing through. That's not wrong. So I'm thinking we're going to have like a dark peak here. I'm thinking design a little bit right now. Almost maybe a triangle. We'll kind of have a triangle design or shape going. And then I just have this up on a roll of masking tape, so hopefully it videos a little better, focuses better. Really, I could hold it too. And so I like to mix some puddles. Here, my hand's probably in the way. I like to mix some puddles of color so I can just grab them and vary the color a little bit. Like there I grabbed some straight up burnt umber. Okay, I think I'm kind of thinking on the 3rd for my peak here. And that's about all there is to it. I'm going to vary the color of this corner. You don't have to do all this stuff. It's just stuff that I think about, might interest you. So a lot of times I'll have maybe darker corners, but I'll vary what color they are. So this one's more yellow green than that one. Okay, I'm gonna paint some of this in time lapse and I'll be back. Hey, so I dried it so I could handle it better. Also so I could paint the sides. I like to have color on the sides. And then sometimes when I pick it up, like right there, I'm like, oh, I want that a little more covered. Kind of push the paint down in there. One thing that you might like, it can help your paintings and make things a little easier. Paint muted backgrounds, at least for now. I keep kind of painting. And then bring up the out of the tube color as you go. I'm going to want white daisies on here, so I want, you know, something, oh here, this is quite white, you know, the daisies to stand out on top of. You know, things like that can just help you. Don't have to paint it that way. You can paint, you know, you can paint straight up color. And so now that's dry, I can kind of come back. I don't know if I need to do this, but it's just kind of fun to play a little bit. I did grab a little orange. Actually, maybe I want it over here. It's gonna be muted on top of all this muted, muddy color. You know, maybe just kind of throw a little, I do that sometimes, throw a little color in there. Because I think I'm gonna put a little orange in the daisy centers, just to kind of liven it up. That's kind of pretty. Before this part, I was just blending pretty much wet paint into wet paint, but you can dry it and just add more on top. You can do whichever is easier for you. And I want to keep in mind, I don't want to lose, I'll grab some green, I don't want to lose kind of my dark, oh, I don't like that, lined it right up. My dark right on the third here. Right here is what I'm talking about. And I could even darken this up to make it, so the darker, oh, I really grabbed that, didn't I? The darker, the more dramatic usually. Especially if you're going to add some whites. Well, here, this is kind of fun. I think I could have went darker on this one. This is a video that either has probably posted very recently. Isn't that fun? But I think it could even been more fun if it went a little more darker on the pumpkin. That's pretty dramatic. As opposed to, this was a live we did that I have sitting here. It has some drama, but you know, it's more of a sunny day kind of a thing. Okay, whoops. I just set it down funny. So I just had that thought pop into my head, so I thought I would stop the time lapse and, okay, I don't know if I'm liking that because I'm kind of building it up evenly. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. I'm just, you know, just because I have these thoughts doesn't mean they're right. But I do kind of want to keep an even shape going back here, kind of, if that makes sense. Oh, my art table's wiggling. I could even kind of throw in a little, almost like a sky hole, like you would in the tree video, how to paint tree with leaves video that I just posted not too long ago. Kind of put some little dapples of light. That could be fun. Just kind of, it's not coming off my brush. My brush is loaded up high, but not on the tip. Here, maybe a little. This might be getting too white. It'll dry darker. Well, that's kind of fun. That's kind of pretty. Okay, I'm going to dry this with a hair dryer and then figure out where I want my daisies to go. Hey friends, so what I did, instead of drying it with a hair dryer, I painted another one. Similar colors, a little bit different. I sell these at the two galleries that I'm in. I only sell them, I think I showed you that cardinal, I think it said $15 on the back. I don't sell them for much because it's easy for people to buy them. And then hopefully I make a little money off the video, or maybe they buy something bigger down the road kind of thing. And they're fun to paint. They're really fun to paint. I've got a stack here of 3 more. I might paint one more daisy. I might paint something else. We'll figure that out. Anyway, I'm going to draw. I'm going to let this dry. And then, so this one's a little drier, hopefully. I'm going to draw where I want my biggest daisy. Probably, you know, since we have the dark here, probably the star of our show. And then I'm trying to decide if I want it to go straight up, look in. It doesn't matter. It's just you kind of need to make a decision. I think usually I have it looking in a little bit. Oh, this is a white General's charcoal pencil. I also have a black one here because I wasn't sure. I think I would rather use the white. Hopefully it'll show on the video. I use the black too. I'm just thinking with the daisies, it'll be easier to have the white on there than the, let's see. Maybe, well, shoot. What I should do is also maybe figure out how big I want the whole daisy. Maybe kind of like, so I'm just basically drawing like an oval, a fried egg kind of a thing. Oh, I've got a video where I just draw or paint one daisy. Pretty sure I paint it live. So now I'm trying to decide, do I want the center in the center? I don't think I do. I think I'll still keep it here. So now we kind of have, oh, what kind of a shape is that? Sort of like a parenthesis and then a letter C. I think it'll have like a kind of an oval there. So I'll have shorter, I don't know if you can see that, but I'll just kind of do that. I'll have shorter petals there, and they're going to get longer. Let me make that a little longer as they come out this way. Okay. Okay, a decision was made. And then we might even want to like put in a little light stem. Okay, so if I have that big one, do we want like, let's see, we could have like a little bud here. We could have a green bud. That might be kind of cute. So all I'm thinking too is varying, and I might end up putting a bee in this. I usually do. Maybe we'll put like just a green bud there, and then maybe we'll just have 3, and then we'll put kind of one looking up. Let's see, I'm trying to think how to look up. Maybe we'll put the center in it, and that'll help me. Oh yeah, we can be kind of looking down in it maybe. And then we'll have the petals kind of coming up. Here's center, so that works. That might work, and then we can put some weeds or other things in there. Do I want to mix? Take some yellow and mix a limier green for that bud. Now we're using, it's not quite straight out of the tube. Actually, what might make a limier green is if I take some of this hooker's green. That might be too much. It's more straight out of the tube. Okay, that's a good green. It's not as limey as I want. I bet you I need maybe a little bit more yellow and some white. I don't, well, I guess I do normally mix this tight because I want it to be on video for you guys. You can use more of the plate. Actually, I think my whole plate's fitting in on this one video because I've got a very small canvas. Okay, that's getting more yellow. Here, let's just scoot this. Give me a little breathing room. Okay, let's go slow. It might be too much. That might be kind of fun. Whoops, I just grabbed some yellow. Not gonna worry about it. I'm just kind of playing. You might like mixing on a gray palette. You can see the values better. You can get used to just about anything. I think we might see what that does for us. It's pretty. All right, I'm gonna do a little time-lapsing, paint the bud, paint some centers, and I'll be back. Hey, I just had a thought. So I wanted this edge to be a little stronger. I might change my mind and paint this out. But so I grabbed a little green and I'm just gonna blend that into the background and then pretty much up and down strokes. That makes it come forward a little bit more. I switched a little bit ago to about a 1/4 inch flat brush. It's a craft brush from Michaels. I was getting really, you could paint this all with one painting and it'd be looser with a bigger brush. But I went down. And then this is a #1 round Simply Simmons. I just thought I'd pop in, like if you want something to stand out more, you could add more white, but sometimes it looks better, or it might be easier if you, I don't know if I like that. Maybe I'll grab this color. Grab a darker color. Yeah, I like that. Okay, back to the time lapse and then I'll be back in a bit. Friends, I thought I'd pop in. So I don't know if I already said this, but I went back to my 3/8 inch. It's a #12 flat from Royal and Langnickel. Actually, it says Z73S on it, if that helps. I don't know if you can see that. So I mixed a cool brown or a cool gray brown, and I already had this warm gray brown. I mixed a little more of it. And so I'm already, and then my sun is coming somewhere from over here. It could be lower, it could be higher. We have sun stickers. They're bigger, a little bigger than this. We have sun stickers. There's a merch shelf right below this video if you want to buy one. A $2.99 plus shipping, but sometimes they have free shipping. And we have t-shirts that say Great Big Happy in a Heart for Great Big Happy Art Hugs. Check it out. I didn't mean to turn this into a commercial. So I've got warmer browns here, and I'm just kind of sweeping some petal strokes. And then I didn't really leave too much of a gap. There's a gap here. And a gap sort of there, and then cooler browns as I come away from the sun. And then I decided this is going to be in the shadow, but maybe part of these petals are going to be heading more towards the sun. So that's all I'm doing. Oh, and then I worked on the bee a little bit. So I've got yellow. I've done the bee. This is a new way for me of doing the bee. Putting the white down I normally do so the yellow will pop, but this time instead of painting the black, I just painted the yellow and the orange, and I'm going to come back with a black face and, you know, black body or something. We'll see how we like that. I don't think it really matters, just mixing it up a little bit, both for me and for you guys. Okay, so that's what I'm up to. I'm going to bring up the values on the petals, and I'll probably be back in a bit. Hey friends, what do you think? I was definitely trying to keep it looser, so it's a little different for both the videos that I have on YouTube that I have other daisies in them. I'll link some of them in this video's description. And just for myself to keep it more interesting. Let's get a screenshot. I'm trying to get it. Yeah, I have a hard time getting it up there and straight. I like the little pops, a lime green, a little white dot. I had some orange dots. Kind of see the orange underneath it. Didn't like it, so I just put some white on top of them. I always like when I bring up some squiggly weeds or grasses or something over the petals. It gives it a little more depth. I kept playing with the shadows. I ended up making this area all the same value, even though it's petals from different flowers. It's pretty close to the same value. Well, let me know what you think of this one. Oh, I hopefully didn't bump my microphone there. Sorry, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm going to paint another one after a bit. See what I think again. I like it. I think I've just been on top of it. I need to step back from it for a little bit. Thank you for following along this far. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate all the kind comments you guys leave. And then you share it and you send us super thanks or something through PayPal. It just amazes me. I really appreciate it. I buy paint and canvas panels and brushes with all the money that you send to support this channel. Great, big, happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.